order. And do we have a roll call here?
We're all here.
Okay. Oh. No, we're not.
Samantha is absent with notice, as is Crystal, who should be here in time for the regular meeting at 6:30. So we have Vicki Knight, Gretchen Fritz, Pat Miller, Sharon Kinley, and Carl Gilmore for the trustees, me, Julie Millibeck, Deb Maxwell, and Lisa Pappas for the staff, and of course Vicki Polito, our favorite member of the public.
Okay, and we will pledge. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Do we have any public comment?
On the budget specifically, correct?
Yes.
Budget
Budget and
hearing.
appropriations hearing.
Then no, thank you.
Then no, okay.
The ordinance with the tentative figures has been duly posted for the last 30 days up front on the bulletin board, and yeah, nothing's changed. It's there. Pull it down, just pull it
Any big
down.
questions come in?
No.
I have these in my bedroom.
Yeah, as the sun goes down, you'll need it to be lower and lower.
Right.
Or if only a small strip of your back will be hot. Oh, yes.
There you go.
The resolution that did not come in time to be included in the packet. Oh, perhaps I should talk about the pile of fleece jackets on Lisa's lap
Yeah, I
over
was
there.
curious to know.
We are doing the zip front fleece jackets for the staff. It is a purchase on your own. They are $32. We have men's and women's sizes, so if anyone is interested, you can
Wait, let me guess. This must be the men's sizes. However, did I know?
feel free. You're under no obligation, but if you're
If you're interested, these are the fleeces. The women's are a little more tailored.
yes.
And some of the women have actually chosen to buy the men's jacket, so.
Pretty good.
But not the vice versa.
Is like,
I don't think so. I didn't
that's
actually
what
look.
we used to do on.
But there's a
the-
sign up here if
In
you
the
are
old
interested.
I've
days.
never been on one myself. Sorry.
On the old
You want the,
Yeah. No, the sign up.
You know, my
I'll bring you the
heel,
jackets,
the zipper
too.
fell off of my heel.
Aw.
in case you
Well,
want
that's
to look
okay. You
at
have a new logo anyway,
the
so.
sizes.
Yeah.
Turn a model, Carl.
Oh, I like the sign. We
Men's.
used to have that embroidered on.
Yeah.
I think you're working that masking tape. I think that really makes it.
Very
That's
lovely.
where the library logo will go.
Oh,
Right.
really?
Stitched in?
Yes, stitched up.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, no, they're gonna put a piece of masking tape.
They're gonna print it on
I thought
masking
perhaps a
tape.
screen print.
It's an extra $10 for the masking tape.
Ah, okay. Well, then let's hold off on that cost, shall we? Oh, it's nice.
Yeah.
They are very
We like
nice. Staff
And I'm warm already, so I'm gonna take it off now.
We-
They work.
We had gotten several different samples to
Oh, inner
look
pockets.
different
Yeah.
Be good.
Ooh.
styles. This was definitely the
Is there an inner
favorite.
pocket on the woman's model too?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So inner and outer. Does it have a little media plug?
No.
I love those things that have the little
Yeah.
valve that you stick your MP3
Yeah.
headphones through.
Just in
Not
case.
just what they have.
No, it's an order. You may order.
Yeah, if you
Yeah,
wanted to
$32.
purchase
Yes.
one, we were.
Right.
Yeah.
money right now?
Nope.
Nope, we will
We'll
tell you
collect later.
when they come in, we'll collect them.
And you can try one on if you want to pick your size later. I figured if there was nothing happening right now, this would be a good time
This
to
would
do
be
that.
good.
Right.
It does also have a cinch
Yes.
Yeah.
at the bottom. So keep those cold drafts out when it's 75 degrees below zero and 44 inches of snow.
Be
Of course.
quiet, you.
I'm
It is
sorry.
not going to do it this year.
Okay.
You're a jinx.
Am I? Potentially.
This year. Oh.
Wouldn't be the first time.
In doing the annual report, we went through and we always have to calculate how many hours we were open for the fiscal year, and this year we had to go in and subtract all the snow days in addition to all of the other closings.
That's right.
Next year you'll have to exclude the exploded transformer days.
I was gonna say
Yes.
Transformer Day, yeah. Said another one.
All of those good things.
Those are the fun bits.
All right, seems in order to me.
Well, then it's done.
All right.
And you're the treasurer, so.
Do we
Yeah.
have
What?
checks? Do we have checks to be
Thought I'd
signed?
throw that out there.
Oh,
was gonna
Ms.
stop.
Laura, she's back there working on the,
I was going to stop and I couldn't
she's
rest.
been working on her portion of the IPLAR, because she had something that was not right in the general ledger. She's like,
Hi,
I
can
don't
we
know
have
what
checks
it was.
to sign?
She's trying to work on it.
Thanks, bye.
She wanted to come, she came in early today to work on it before the
Just so that,
yeah, so she could focus.
yeah.
So I was trying not to bug her. Afterwards, we'll bug her about when Joseph.
Just so Crystal doesn't think we're trying to give her a hint or anything.
And the young lady that came in just a minute ago.
Oh, that's
what?
Tracy.
Tracy Lane?
Tracy Lane.
Okay.
Yeah, she was making copies of the copier, and I said, can you please bring these to me when your job's done?
Oh, there she is.
is.
Ooh, looking lovely. I like that dress.
Cute, cute,
Yeah.
cute.
Very cute.
Macy's is having a sale.
We love that.
I'll be back.
All right.
Yes, it was kind of funny because we hired the group and they all have like the one syllable last name, and two of them, their names are very close together. We hired Stacy May and Tracy Lane and Sam Ritz.
Yeah.
My wife's office, I think they have 4 Jennifers, and 3 of them have a last name that begins with a G.
Oh,
So
gosh.
coming up with the emails, because it's first name, last initial,
Mm-hmm.
for all of them became quite the effort and creativity.
Well, that's actually, ironically, that's how I wound up with my middle initial in my library email. Because originally, I was in the library world with my maiden name. And all email addresses came through the regional library system,
Oh.
where my father was also
Oh.
a librarian, and they could not have 2 J. Johnstons.
Especially when they're related.
So mine became J. Kemp. And it's fun.
So how did Rachel do on her golf outing?
She did well. She did well. Very pleased with her performance. They
Did they
melted
play tonight, or did they just?
last night.
Oh, last
That
night,
was last
okay.
night, yes. And they did play, but being the invitational, it was the top 5, and one of the girls managed to pull her back / shoulder, like all down here, and could not finish the round. They actually had to call the parents and send her home. So.
Have you
hopefully-
guys seen any of the coverage on that fabulous little girl, the pitcher, the first
Oh my
one?
Yes.
goodness,
Renee
yes,
She's
somebody?
the cover of Sports Illustrated.
Yeah, I heard that in the
Was it
car.
real or the?
The real one.
No,
The
the
real
real
one.
first,
Okay, I was
first
curious.
Little League player ever,
To be.
who also happens to be a girl
Yeah.
this time.
What, 70 mile
To make
an
the
hour
cover.
ball?
Yeah.
Well, she's just good.
She is. And the hilarious thing is, she doesn't think she's gonna stick with
She's in love with
because
it.
basketball is her first love.
Well, there's not a professional
No.
She
girl
wants
at
to-
baseball. I mean,
Yeah,
she'd
right.
have to switch to softball, which would be
Yeah.
a totally different pitching motion.
Yeah.
and-
She's hilarious though too. I heard her doing the thing. John Oliver on HBO was talking about how he loved her because they asked her how she was handling all of the attention. And she said, well, you know, it's kind of weird and everything. She goes, but you know, with the media, I can always just say no. And it was like, you know, out of the mouths of babes,
Well,
like, you know,
yeah.
instead of just
And-
running your mouth all the time when they ask you a question,
But
just
what's
go ahead and
funny is
say,
she has.
no.
Because when they ask her ridiculous questions that have nothing to do with
Right.
playing baseball, she's like, nah,
No,
not talking,
yeah,
not going into that.
And when you're 13, you can so get away with
I
it.
know.
And you're not making lots of money.
Talk to the glove.
Yeah.
I thought though she was first in softball, and because she didn't like the pitching was too slow, that's why she went to baseball.
Have you
Oh.
seen some of those girls play like softball?
No, I know they do.
Right,
The fast
right about
pitch is
there.
Well,
very
have you ever
different.
seen when they have professional baseball players try and hit?
They can't.
Jenny
Yeah.
Finch did that one time.
Oh, they
Oh, yeah?
can't do
And I
it.
think it's part of the All-Star break or something like that. And they had like Albert Pujols and, guys who know how to hit the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's totally different. You're what, 60 feet instead of 90 feet for the pitching distance, so it's really coming in like 110, 115 miles an hour
Oh, okay.
instead of 90 that they're used to, and it's a release underneath instead of
Underneath,
overheating,
Yeah.
so they don't pick it up the same way.
And, yeah, their eyes aren't used to following that.
Mhm.
I still think vision has so much to do with this
Oh, yes, it
whole
does.
thing. The people with that excellent ability to.
Well, and it's even more than that, because I read an article, I think it was in Time, that they said that realistically, you can't pick up some of those pitches, that the eye doesn't physically react fast enough, and that it becomes watching the hand and where it comes
Where
over.
it releases.
And how it's coming over to see, is there gonna be a spin or not? And it becomes intuitive, that it's not even really watching it. It's just knowing what happens when it releases here and hoping that you're swinging in the right
It's
place.
gonna wind up there.
Because
Yeah,
you've got enough
because-
experience
yeah,
to know.
that.
When I'm listening to Carl talk, I keep seeing Chevy Chase in Caddyshack with Caddyshack with the whole, be the ball with the na 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 na. Where you're just supposed to feel it and know where it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that Jackie Robinson team, they are
Oh,
just
something.
remarkable,
Yeah.
and they want it so bad.
And did you see the coverage, they were giving him a lot of publicity, which is great for parents and for other coaches. That coach of the Texas team that lost last night,
Oh,
who
yeah,
gave the boys a real nice
Yeah.
speech and everything. It was really lovely and very sportsmanlike and let them have their emotions, but, it was lovely. It was
Yeah,
really
he-
something.
really did a nice job.
I think it was on, shows on Channel 5 in the morning early, and they were talking to him, and they said, we should have more coaches like you.
Yeah.
And that's always the kind of coach you hope your kid winds up with
Right.
in any sport.
Right.
He was on I think it was the post-game interview right after they won the other night. He said, tomorrow morning, I'm sleeping in. So all the kids can sleep in too. Because they had been practicing,
Yeah.
solid between games, trying to keep their edge. But they knew they had the time off because they would wait on the game tonight now.
To see where
And then after tonight's game is the championship? Or no?
No, I think it's the semis, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then they play tomorrow night to
Yeah.
decide
Right.
whether they'll go on to that.
Right.
final. Yeah.
Right. Well, is
It
it
was
just
double
one game, or
elimination,
is it a 2 out of 3 again?
I don't know, I don't know. The first portion was double elimination, I think.
Right. Although I guess they've got their one loss, so if they lose
Yeah,
again,
they
then that
have
would be
to-
their double.
They have to win, and there's some teams that are 2-0, so. No. More. Okay. Vicki, can you be secretary pro tem for this meeting? Okay. But however,
Crystal
Crystal will
will
be
be
here. So you get to sign the papers.
Yes, next month.
Yes, the commute takes its.
I actually had to turn around at 135th Street. I was gonna come east and come across. And as soon as I made the turn, I saw the gates go down. So I'm like, okay, let's go back and we'll continue south on 30 for a little while.
Circle, circle.
Oh, do love that train so.
I was cutting through town yesterday, it's like I got stuck on the train there, and I had to go to the post office.
Oh yeah, pick one. Or pick the same one 3 or 4 times as you,
Yes, that's.
especially out by me. If you go east on 135th, you run into it. And then you go south on Van Dyke, you run into it again. And if you try and go east again on 143rd, same one coming across. Until you finally go under it on 59.
These are all mixed up too.
We're used to it.
Ouch.
She doesn't have word.
Josie's gonna learn the whole process.
And she's got a
And then
wonderful
figure out a way to do it.
teacher. Some of it. Just.
Well, and we figured Josie should be the perfect person for this because she's one of those people who likes the step-by-step and takes a lot of good notes. So we're figuring that the procedures that come out of this should be really good. We can wind up with some step-by-step procedures that can be replicated. Hello!
Oh, welcome.
Hi.
Hello there.
Yes.
Welcome. We're just in the midst of our budget appropriations hearing, so our regular meeting will start about 6:30.
Okay, well, we can just step out.
Well, no,
Oh,
you
no,
can
you're
sit
fine.
down. That's
Make a
all right.
public comment.
Yeah. We love it.
On the budget. Oh, yes, she will be here also.
Thank you very much.
Mind your way.
Nope, nope, just fine, you're fine. Just sneak in behind you.
I've seen everybody.
Yeah. See what I sent today?
Where is this coming in for
Yes, at 6:30 with Michelle.
Michelle? Oh, that's right, that's why Michelle stayed.
Sharon had an Alzheimer's moment this morning, realizing you weren't in your office.
Yeah,
Yes.
I came up and I came running up to see the two of you, and then I came running back. Said it's tonight's.
Well, actually, I was working, but I was in Itasca
Okay.
at the Lyra full membership
Oh.
meeting that starts the renewal process.
Is that
Some things
working
to talk
well?
about. Yeah, everything's going beautifully.
That's a good,
And,
good answer, good answer.
And we're hoping for excellent renewal rates, so it's really.
Gretchen, I haven't seen you for a while. We just keep missing each other.
Yeah, it looks like you missed the,
Yes.
I missed the last meeting and you missed the
Yes.
last meeting, so.
Yes.
Thursday morning.
We could tell people we were together.
We're hiding it.
We could do that.
We were playing.
I don't know.
Sure.
Hey, Crystal made it.
Hi,
Kristen would like to attend.
I would like to attend that
I like
Thursday
that
morning.
dress.
We'll find out.
Everybody's got their pretty dresses on
Send you an
today.
email.
Great, thank you.
Yeah. Michelle Peterson.
Yes, I saw that today last week. How are you, Crystal?
I'm good. How are you?
We
Oh,
rushed
that's
you.
funny.
We rushed you, you poor thing.
I hope you like it.
Well, we are
We're
We have-
hearing.
opening of the hearing.
We're hearing.
We're hearing.
But we're not hearing much.
I heard on the news tonight that Ferguson, with all the stuff going on, that the kids, because they're not back in school, that they're going to the library to do crafts, keeping them busy, and they show up the library and all the kids doing crafts in the library.
I have a friend who's from Missouri, but who had served at our church up here for a while and has gone back down there now. And their church is doing alternative school basically for the week that they're closed, as well as collecting donations for supplies and things like that.
Oh, new jackets.
Oh, yes, Crystal.
I got one.
Yeah.
But they're 30,
How much, 32?
32, and we have men's and women's sizes, and they're gonna have the new logo on them. So if you care to get one, you
Try
try this
on
one, and
some
if you
size.
don't, that's okay too.
I like the medium size.
That will
Yeah.
fit
They
in.
can come without the logo, right?
Yeah, if you didn't want the logo.
I'm not sure that one other person that would buy them for really would want that logo.
Well,
Then we'll put a piece of tape.
I was gonna say, give him some masking tape, it'll be all right.
Very cute.
We'll keep that one with the men's, and we'll just stick it.
why would anyone not?
Well, they were, I was modeling the men's version.
And it's got a piece of masking
Piece of
tape.
masking tape with
Oh.
men's.
Maybe
I saw
neutrality.
The one right there on the front, where it
Saw
has
the
the
sign.
piece of masking tape.
Oh,
I was wearing it, but they said, "Oh, your tape looks so nice."
Oh,
That's beautiful.
isn't that nice?
Yes.
They did, a silk screen print, tablecloth
What do you use
for like a banquet sized
for the
table
breakfast?
for, the outreach department to use when they do these various events, and it turned out just beautifully.
It's got the teals and blues all mixed
Yeah.
in yellow.
This is
And
great. Makes
Yes,
a difference
very
how it
pretty.
presents.
Yes, it really does.
Mhm. Lisa's not here, I wonder what was, the newsletter, how did it?
It was in a report.
Yeah, it's,
But I just
so
wondered what
far,
her reactions were to
um,
working from that
the one
perspective.
thing we did is we, did not estimate correctly on the postage account again, and wound up having to do a second check to go to the post office, so, yeah, that's, oh, live and learn. Keep going.
Trying.
Keep trying, keep trying. And, I've been working with Analytics on Demand about getting our stuff
Information.
we did our first batch of our test load of data, and it went well, so now we're ready to go from there. It was a little odd, though. At one point, they had pulled the data from Overdrive about the ebooks, and what the people from Analytics on Demand, what their technical person was telling us did not match what Overdrive could give us, and Overdrive said, we don't store that. And we're saying, okay, we're not the first library with the Analytics on Demand, what's going on here? And what we figured out was, when we did the patron data pull from the ILS, they didn't do barcode, and they had pulled barcode only from, that's what comes from Overdrive, so they have to cross-reference those two, and so, but that's what they're supposed to be doing, so it was a little bit, we were having some miscommunications. But we're hoping that the whole statistical analysis turns out to be very, very useful.
Right. What did you decide about the apps?
We haven't decided yet, we're going
Just
straight,
gonna start with
we're
the two?
doing it, we're getting the first two out of the way,
Okay.
and then we're going to have an in-depth discussion about how we can do the other, because they are actually in process of doing something similar to the mailing list addresses that we would like with another library right now, and so we're,
Okay.
Let them try someone
yeah,
else first.
we're
They could be
we're
beta
letting
test.
them beta test on somebody else.
Are we close enough that we could entertain a motion to close?
That's what I'm.
6:27.
My phone has been weird, and 6:26.
A few more minutes.
So what do you think?
It's a different kind of chicken salad.
There's no,
If you're
there's
used
no
to-
mayonnaise
Oh,
at
isn't
all.
it?
Oh, really? Is
But
that-
any-
That's one of the strange
Yeah,
things.
I'm not-
So what is it?
I don't know.
It's a non-mayonnaise substance.
Yeah. I don't know.
Cream cheese,
I don't think so. It's,
Cream
it's
cheese.
no,
Greek yogurt, that'd be good.
I would say some yogurt.
that would have been, she's been doing this for a long time though.
Yeah.
That's true, that would be too new.
Yeah. I mean, not with the Greeks, but with.
Well, yeah.
But with the Italians.
They've had it for a while.
Yeah, Greek yogurt is actually a very good mayonnaise.
It is, it's an excellent substitute.
Yeah, it really, you know, it's,
It's good cooking.
So everybody's afraid to ask what it is.
Good.
no, I think
Yeah,
I've
very good.
asked. but I don't think I've got
Got a lot,
any.
I've got tons in today. I mean, I
It's
don't
secret
stop.
ingredients,
Did
proprietary.
it keep up today after I left?
Yeah.
All right then.
Do you need more boxes?
We got a lot of boxes now. Somebody
I
brought
have a
in a
few in
bunch.
my car.
We can bring them in, I just, if you want to get rid of them, just to have them, but we seem like we had a lot, but.
I know,
Either.
I abandoned mine somewhere. It's gone about dinner
How
time.
close are we?
Oh, we should be good. 28.
Going to the post office.
Oh, let me guess, government students.
Yeah.
Yay!
Backup?
Plainfield North. Yeah.
They're getting the jump on there.
I'm taking some chairs here.
Gold star for the early in the semester kids.
I would like a motion to adjourn the Plainfield Public Library District Budget and Appropriations hearing.
So moved.
Second.
Move to second, all in favor of that motion?
Aye.
We are adjourned.
And into the regular meeting. Yeah. We'll give them a moment, especially since we know that Michelle and Marissa will be. Yeah, since Michelle and Marissa will be wandering in.
Want me to get them?
They're ready, we're ready.
Go give Michelle the high sign.
We've had National Honor Society kids coming in this week too.
That's good.
So,
That's
they
good.
came in this afternoon.
Here they are.
All right. Oh, and Miss Kara
And
too.
Kara.
Oh, we need more chairs.
More chairs.
It's okay, I'm only here for 5 minutes.
Oh, we might keep you a long time.
Yes, we may be forced.
We will call the Plainfield Public Library District regular board meeting to order, and we have already pledged the flag, and we have already had our roll call. And our very first item on the agenda is to honor Marissa for her 15 years of service.
Marissa has been in the circulation department longer than I've been here. She is always the one who had all of the I's dotted and T's crossed and knew what street was where, and are they in the district or not in the district, even before Will County finally put those addresses on the website where we could find them. She was the queen of the streets list well before that.
And
so.
that was when there was a new street every day.
Yeah.
And it was a crazy
very,
time,
very-
and so that
Yeah.
was.
And a seriously challenging undertaking.
It was.
So we are pleased to have had you on board for all that time, and we hope you stay.
Oh, I will, I'm never leaving.
Along.
She's here for
You guys stand in front of the fireplace.
All right, put on either side.
Okay.
Oh, and
Oh, there's Kara.
There's
Sorry.
All right.
That's okay.
Zoom in. I'm gonna do that. Okay, smile for me, please.
Ooh.
That
Is that the setting where you take 16 shots in a row?
It's doing. I'm so sorry, the camera was dead, so I'm using my phone. Okay, I'm trying not to get Vicky's camera.
Smile again.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
Thank you. I know.
There are addresses to check.
And miles to go.
Right.
actually, the outreach department has requested that we keep up those lists of the streets, because very often when they go in the schools, there are places like the gymnasiums where the Wi-Fi connection just doesn't work and they can't get online to check those addresses on the county website. So there is still a need out there for the paper.
And the next item on our agenda is Help Save Pets, and
Nancy is here. If you'd like to stand up, introduce yourselves.
Yes, I'm Nancy Gearhart from Help Save Pets, and this is my husband, Dean. And we've been with the organization for well over 10 years. And we've started something a little new and different this year. It's Help Save Pets Partners Program. So, and it recognizes businesses that have